Hello. At this juncture, I would like to invite Mr. Francis Opai Tete to give us the purpose of gardening.
My elders, I bring the warm greetings from Ghana. Thank you so much for the opportunity today. We are here for June 19, which will take place on on Monday. Once upon a time, Dr. Matthew Tete once said, and I quote, "A nation that deliberately forgets its history is doomed to repeat the mistakes of the past." According to a UNESCO conference held in Haiti in 1986, it is said that between the period of 1450 to 1850, a period of about 400 years, over 210 million people were moved from Africa to Northern America, Caribbean, and the West Indies as enslaved people. We are also told that the best were taken out and the rest were left in Africa. Several years on, emancipation has come, freedom has come. It is our collective responsibility to remember this day so that the mistakes of the past is not repeated. So the National Ghana Parade Council in New York has set aside this day that we all gather together and commemorate this day. Monday, which is the 19th, we are going to do a walk of freedom, a walk of emancipation. But we are here today to share the history that we share together and to let the next generation know that several years ago, that was a mistake that was made and we need not to repeat it. So we are here today to mark the Juneteenth, and we encourage each and every one of you to join us here, especially the coming generation, because we don't want you to repeat the mistakes of the past. And if you don't know the history, like I said from the beginning, you are doomed already to repeat what has already happened in the past that we are all not proud of. So Juneteenth is here with us again. Like I said, Monday, you get to join all of us as we walk, a walk of freedom, and Madam Catherine will give us the details about that later on in the program. National Ghana Parade Council, this is not the only event that they will be holding in the New York City. They also do what we call the Ghana Festival, where we showcase the diverse, brilliant cultural heritage, the cultural heritage of Ghana, and in the process, win foreign direct investment for Ghana. We also have Children's Day that we hold together for the African community, that will bring all children together to celebrate, and we mentor them for the good future for all of us. So we encourage every one of you, wherever you are and you can hear our voice, please let's all come together, for today is an important day. On that note, I would like to say thank you to you all, especially my elders. And I can see our Consul General for the Ghana Embassy to the United States of America is here, and at an appropriate time he will be introduced. So thank you very much. Wherever you are, come to the park. Let's celebrate this day and celebrate it well. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Opai. That's wonderful. My name is Catherine Kudo, and once again, welcome to you all. They say where 2 or 3 people are gathered together, that means everything is successful. And every journey starts with a step at a time or a mile at a time. It took many decades for Juneteenth to be accepted as we are here celebrating. So since this is our first event, it's not going to be a lot of crowd, but every year we make sure it grows, because it didn't take a day to have the official government holiday. That's a big one. It takes many years. And the good news is that Dr. Lee, the lady who fought for today, that you are here celebrating, the pre-Juneteenth, that's official day is Monday, she's still alive. And the assistants, we spoke yesterday, and they said the National Ghana Parade Council and the Keymama Foundation are parts, officially, the host of the Juneteenth in New York. So Monday, we are going to do the 2.5K walk. They said, don't worry, you can do it alone. Just take us a video. So anyone who would like to join us, we are going to start from 181st and Grand Concourse, walk to Tracy Towers. Is it far, Pastor Sari? I know you're scared. So walk to Tracy Towers and back. If I can walk, look at me, that means you can, no excuse. So once again, I really, really appreciate you being in here. Before I hand the microphone to our Lady Minister of Tourism, all the way from Liberia, I would like to introduce the African Advisory Council Chair to give us a short message and introduce her sister all the way from Liberia to give us a message that he has for us. So Sidi Kizondo, the microphone is yours. Let's give him a hand.
First of all, happy Father's Day to everybody.
Thank you.
And I guess we are all excited. Please, let's give a round of applause to Keymama, Catherine. Now, I have been knowing her for the past 10, 12 years, and I just want to say, in the midst of everybody, it means a lot to me. I love your work, and I love what you stand for, and thank you for taking the community the way it is now. And I know there's a lot to do. And the walking that we're going to be doing to the Tracy Tower, how do you call it?
Tracy Towers.
Tracy Tower, I will be in the front.
Good.
I'm going to do that. All right? Yes, I just want to say that. And I want to say welcome to everybody, the Ghana Consul General being here, and I'm very grateful again. My name is Sidiki Danzo, the chair of the African Advisory Council, and we are talking about Juneteenth. I've been a Liberian, and I think majority of folks understand the history with Liberia when it comes to the slavery and things that actually happened back on the so forth. Yeah. Liberia has a close relationship with the United States just because the slavery and how it ended, how people migrated from the United States and back to Liberia and have a place for black people that actually came here. However, I am the chair of the African Advisory Council. I mentioned that again. And this is what we do. This is part of us. Not everybody join this fight. We all have to do this together. Nobody can know Africa better than ourselves. Nobody knows us better than ourselves. Nobody can better describe us other than ourselves. Let's stand and work together and be as a team and do things together. This is just the first time. We're going to do this over and over. Every year we will do this, and I will make sure, Keymama, anything you need when it comes to doing this again, I am with you 100%. Either I am the chair or not the chair, I will make sure and be with you. Again, I have two of my sisters from Liberia. They flew from Liberia to the United States, and I would like for you guys to come on the stage with me, please, for a quick second. Thank you for being here. And when I came and introduced myself today, Catherine, told me that, hey, you got a couple of your sister here. So when I went to them, in fact, the first thing I saw on the table, I ate it. I didn't even ask a question because I know when I was young back in Liberia, these are things I need to eat. So seeing you today represent Liberia. I've been out of Liberia for the past 13 years. I've been back. And seeing you guys today actually took Liberia from Liberia and bring it over. So by the way, I would like for you guys to introduce yourself and give 1 or 2 words of encouragement to everybody so they can know who you guys are. So who can I give it first? Okay.
Thank you so much. We're honored to be here. I am Princess Tagoe. I'm the Deputy Minister for Cultural Affairs and Tourism, Republic of Liberia. I bring to you greeting from His Excellency, President Dr. George Monrovia, and the peace-loving people of Liberia. We are happy to be here because it's about Africa. And we Africans are well prepared now to wave our flag to the world to see what we are capable of doing, what we have in our palms, and what we are capable of giving back. We are proud to be here, and we want to extend our thanks and appreciation to Madam and her organizers for a great event, even though it has been the first of its kind, and this is our first time being part of this process. We were glad because it was Africa, because we have to join hands together and promote our nation, our continent. So one is about culture, it's about tourism, it's about investment. We are proud to be part of the process. And looking at like what my brother said, Liberia in America, we have a strong story to tell. We remember in 1822 when the slave landed, they came from America and they landed on Providence Island. On Providence Island, we call it the land of return. The land of return because it's where our slaves, that our Africans that were treated, they landed there, they were looking for a peaceful area to survive. In 1821, when they landed, they saw the island, they didn't want to stay. So they left, they went on Shepherd Island in Seminole. But it was so deplorable. And then they said, no, we gotta go back to Liberia, on Providence Island. I think that is our home. So when they got there, even as I speak, they dug a well since 1821 up to 1822. That well is still in existence. Even there is no water in Liberia, that water can never get dry. We have a cotton tree, so when they had their dispute with the additional, because there were additional people on the land, they met them. But these people were thinking, where are the people coming from? They come to take our small land. At the time, you have no country called Liberia, only that little spot. So they had a little fort on that island. There was a cotton tree that was on the island. It had the male sex organ and the female sex. And since I was born, it's my first time seeing such a tree. And it is the oldest tree in Liberia. It was because it fell down. But when it was falling, it fell with the woman. So the man wanted to leave the woman alone. So when it was falling, there was a hut that was under the cotton tree. It called the man that was sleeping in that hut name. So when he came outside, he couldn't see anybody calling his name. So he climbed up on the step to know what is happening. Unfortunately, when he turned, the tree fell on the hut and bust the whole house. We started to cut that tree. When we cut it, the next day we go back and fall together. It cut. So we have to call traditional people to talk to them and how they did all their stuff and it was cut. So there are a lot of traditional things that we see in Africa. There are a lot of amazing potential stuff that we have. So our arts and crafts, our custom-made product, our clothes that we wear is just unique all by itself. So promoting Africa, promoting our culture, promoting our heritage is what we want to do. So we are happy to be here and we are happy to be part of the process. Thank you.
I just learned something new today, and all the time being in Liberia, I didn't know about that, you know? So thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here today to grace this occasion. As you can see, my boss, I've already said it, or she's actually my boss, because she's the Deputy Minister for Cultural Affairs and Tourism. So she's already said it all, but it's actually a pleasure to be here to represent Liberia, bringing some of our paintings, some of our clothing made in Liberia, to showcase it here, to show the diverse culture that we have in our country. And Mama, I'll just refer to you as Mama. Keymama, trust the process. We from Liberia, we are always open and waiting to work with you. Whenever you need us, we are just a phone call away, and we'll be here to represent the mother's land, because no matter what, we are all one. So we are so grateful to be here to share our culture to the world. Thank you.
Thank you.
And you already got your LeBron brother in here already. So you gotta make sure when you come in, we do it. You know what I'm saying? All right. So thank you very much, guys. It's great to
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's rolling as planned. At this juncture, before I call my own Consul General, Honorable Kingsley Atta Boafo, to say something, I would like my young man here, Mr. Tagoe, to say a poem. And this poem, please be attentive and listen. And this is his life story. This is my older son. I introduce to you Edward Tagoe.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I go by Tagoe the Poet. What the poet basically means is production of expressive therapy. So basically, I try to organize events where different talents, whether you may be an artist, a painter, you can come together and share your ideas and share your story, because I believe that everyone has a story to tell, no matter what background you come from. We just heard the story just now about Liberia, and it's intriguing. We get to learn a lot from each other when we listen. So what I like to do is basically write poems and poetry through music that the youth can relate to. As far as the latest work that I have done, it has to do with addiction. The idea of addiction, the things that we go through, the things that we face that might be struggle in our daily lives, and we try to help ourselves, and sometimes it takes help from others to make it happen. So when it comes to addiction, we all have our thing that we go to have this type of comfort or feel this type of comfort that is best for us. But sometimes in the long run, it could become detrimental if you don't have some type of control or you don't know what's actually taking place in your life. So I wrote in a title, this poem called Addiction, Addictive, the High Life Chronicles. And it speaks about, like I said, everything that we go through and we try to take solace and peace in, or sometimes it can become detrimental. Today's conversation has to do with marijuana, weed, right? So we could tell in the past it was very restricted, prohibited, people get in trouble for it. But when you look around today, it's more like a common conversation. Everybody says it's cool, it's a thing to do. I'm not judging with this piece. What I'm trying to do is basically enlighten people to know that when it comes to drugs and substance use, you could end up abusing it if you have no idea what you're doing. And just because somebody says it's okay or it's okay for them, that doesn't mean that it's good for you. You get what I'm trying to say? Mm-hmm. So if I may ask, like, what are some of the things that people get involved with to make them feel at peace, but sometimes they sit back and say to themselves, hey, what's going on? It could be shopping. It could be eating too much. It could be drinking something just to feel like, okay, I'm okay now. Some people go into the smoking and taking drugs just to feel like they're themselves. So this poem is titled Addictive, the High Life Chronicles, and it goes like this. Day 1. It's been a day, stop smoking and my mind is racing. I feel like I could think clear and everything around me is still amazing. I just need to get out this maze into the paper I'm chasing. Most importantly, do better with the money I'm saving. I'm not denying the craving. It's ironic how I have a sweet tooth for sour, couldn't say no, yes, no real power. Weed kept calling, sounds to me it only grew louder, but I had to hang it up to make my son prouder. So basically this speaks on the self-reflective thoughts you have with yourself when you feel like something is going not too well, but you're still doing it. So day 2 goes like this. Smoke clears, stress is still here, but I'm committed to moving forward. And this tells the person, okay, you know what, each day there's gonna be a struggle, but the moment you decide you're gonna put one foot in front of the next and take actions toward the positive side, you're gonna be better. So that's the reason why I wrote this poetry. It's online. It's called Addictive, the High Life Chronicles, and it's written by Poet, the production of expressive therapy. So when you tune in and you go online and search Tagoe the Poet, you get to listen to these stories where it's like the artist is speaking to himself and trying to change for the better. So that is basically what the poetry is about. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Tagoe. Now we all know marijuana is legalized in New York City, and it's affecting our children. It's just one, the truth is one. Now this, the politicians are trying to see how they can manage it. Not everything that you think is good for everyone. So let's pray for our children and the children coming. I have my right, not all right are right. You end up in the left. So at this juncture, I would like to call upon our Consul General, Honorable Kingsley Atta Boafo. Let's give a hand of applause. Thank you.
Thank you, Keymama. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I bring you greetings from the Ghana Mission, and I'm here with the head of the Chancery, Mr. Felix Akomyi is here with me. I'm also very pleased to meet my sisters and brothers from Liberia, because if you talk about Liberia, then at the same time you talk about Ghana. I know we have a town in, you say a town, even in Accra, known as Bujumbura, is that it? Yes. Which at a point has been occupied by our colleagues from Liberia during the time the place was war-torn, and it has brought up some form of collaboration between Ghana and Liberia. So at this point, I will say they are our brothers and sisters. You are welcome to our base. On the other hand, too, I cannot even say anything without congratulating our Keymama. She has been quite inspirational to the Ghanaian people here. And at any point she calls the mission, we try our possible best to attend to her calls, because she has been doing tremendously well for the Ghanaian people. Keymama, we thank you very much. You know, I believe that you said earlier on, this is the first day that you are putting up thus. But we should also be mindful of the fact that a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step. And this is the step, and this very step that you've made is going to endure to the benefit of all and sundry. We thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I think looking at the team that is put in place, that is putting up the aviation, tourism, and then our people who are also entertaining us, it also goes to say that it is a very, very important thing that we have decided to do. let us bring all these people together as human beings. And there is a hope that we will definitely be reaching a very far place. We thank all of you for being here, but I'm saying, Madam Keymama, and my good brother who is also here, and then my brother, we also believe that you had a very powerful message for us when you were reciting the poem. We thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Amodan, thank you very much for the attention.
Yes. At this juncture, our Honorable has spoken, and thank you once again. I know yes, so Refi now Sankofa Yenchi. This is a surprise to him, but he has to do it because something needs to happen. So I'll give the microphone to Honorable Atta Boafo once again.
Thank you, Mamia. It is very, very important, and anything at all that we do is through or by the grace of God. Once here, and it is the first time that we are doing this very program, I, on my own behalf, on behalf of Ghana government and then our team, we declare the whole program duly open. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And before we move to our main man to display for us, our legend Ochirema Asante, please, my team, Mr. Francis, Mr. Ananibuati, my VP, please join me here. So we escort the legend Ochirema Asante to his drums. Our legend, are you ready? Please step out. Come out. Come out. Yes, I hand you the microphone.
You've been gone and an empty home. Come on back where you really belong. You are always welcome home, welcome home. You've been kept down for much too long. Stand up, please, and say I am free. Don't forget you are welcome home, welcome home. Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land. I would like to thank you all for coming out. I would like to speak to you in the drum language. Heavenly Father, we bless your name. Thank you for the gift of life. Thank you for the beauty and favor of this day. Forgive our transgressions and shower your mercies on us in the name of Jesus. Father, we worship you and we honor you. In Jesus' name I pray. Hail the marches of Africa. So silently he walked and stood before the world with his bows and arrows that hangs from his shoulder. A profound significance figure he presents. He looked north, south,
made the fall of his weapon. He was defenseless. On the walk, he saw a white man. Too strange he was, but be clear. You run and embrace this fellow creature of his. Arm in arm, they wandered to the jungle of Africa. On tongues, diseases, and tribulations they trod. The agony together they shared. And their lives so pure and free. Time went by. When it began to change direction. Life was no more pure and free. The trees, animals, the hills, and the rivers were against the visitor. Is it difficult for the fish to fight its nest again? Antagonism prevails. Far in the distance, a sparrow cries. The hill can rule itself. The hill can rule itself. Africa can rule herself. Africa in a way that Kujitawala. It has been many sad years since the earth has been filled with the cries of our people. The sounds remain still in the mist. The shores of homes, the Middle Pacific, the lands to which our ancestors were taken are all hunted by the cries of many. Cries that will never stop until the soul can see the unification, the oneness, the returning of Africans to Africa becoming a reality. The people being one as it was in the beginning.
Wow.
One, two, hello. Hello, 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 one, two, hello, hello, okay. Hello, okay. There are situations you can never explain because no one will believe you. This is a story about a very rich family.
One.
The ancestors are around. Yes, they are around. You might not believe it, but they are around. And they have taken charge. So we pleading they should let the microphone go. So we can continue to work. Yes.
1, 2.
Yes.
1,
So
2.
we ask permission. So you have called upon them and they have taken charge of the microphone. So, so we pray. And everything looked normal there, but it's not working.
Hello, aren't you? Hello. There are situations you can never explain because no one will believe you. This is a story about a very rich farmer who lives in a farm with his family. One morning, when he was milking the cow, just as the bucket was full, the cow kicked the bucket to the front left foot and spilled the milk. The farmer did not like it at all, so he grabbed the rope and tied the front left foot to the pole. The cow. And again, just as the bucket was full, the cow kicked the bucket with the front right foot and spilled the milk. He did not like it, so he grabbed another rope and tied the front right foot to the pole. He continued to milk the cow. And again, just as the bucket was full, the cow kicked the bucket to the top and spilled the milk. The farmer did not like it, so he grabbed another rope and tied the bucket left foot to the pole. He continued to milk the cow. And again, just as the bucket was full, he kicked the bucket with the only remaining foot on the ground and spilled the milk. This time the farmer was very furious because he has run out of ropes. So he removed his belt and tied the only foot on the ground to the pole. This time the cow was hanging on all fours. He positioned himself behind the cow and continued to milk the cow. Suddenly, his palms dropped to his knees. soon as his pants dropped to his knees, his wife walked in and caught him pounced down behind the cow. Disgusted. What are you doing to the cow? She share you with the cow? I want the divorce. He looked at the woman quietly and said, there are situations you can never explain because no one will believe you. This is a story about an African diplomat who moved into an exclusive quiet neighborhood in America. One day, he went to the neighborhood store to buy dog food. After picking up the dog food, he walked straight to the cashier. When the cashier saw him, she looked at him from head to toe and said, "You people ahead, you've been eating them dog food."